Hi, good morning. Welcome back to Madhu Math Funda. So today we are going to discuss the last topic in ratio and proportion, variation concept in ratio and proportion. Okay, now let's see. Variation is two types. One is direct proportion, another one is indirect proportion. What is direct proportion? Let's see. If A is a variable, if A is a variable, A is directly proportional to B. A is directly proportional to B. Means if A increases, B also increases. So this is what a direct proportion. Then what is inverse proportion? A is inversely proportional to B. That means if A increases, if A increases, B decreases. B decreases. For example, see one example. Let's see. For example, A is equal to 2, B is equal to. There are two variables are there. A is equal to 2, or A1 is equal to 2, B1 is equal to 3, A2 is equal to 5. What is B2? When if A is directly proportional to B, A1 is 2, B1 is 3, A2 is 5. What about B2? One, if A is directly proportional to B. What is directly proportional? A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. Direct proportion means A1 is directly proportional to B1, A2 is directly proportional to B2. Now let's say what is A1? 2. What is A2? 5. What is B1? 3. What is B2? I need to find. Just cross multiplication. B2 is equal to 5 into 3, 15, and again divided by 2. How much here? 7, 1 by 2. So this is what? Direct proportion. Clear? So similarly indirect proportion means if A increases, B will decrease. So that's what means indirect proportion, inverse proportion. Clear? Now we will see how the questions are going to be in variation, right? Okay. Right, now we'll see question. How it will be. The expenditure of MS is directly proportional to fixed and directly proportional to variable. If there are 5 students are there, the total expenditure is 1050. If there are 8 students are there, the total expenditure is 1200. Then what is the average expenditure of the mess when 12 students are there? Clear? Once again I will repeat the question. The expenditure is directly proportional to fixed and directly proportional to variable. The expenditure of MS is partially fixed and partially variable. When expenditure is 1050, when there are 5 students are there, this is fixed. And expenditure of a mess is 1200 when there are 8 students are there, 8 variable. Clear? Then what is the total average expenditure when there are 15 students are there? This is the question he asked in the previous year examination. Just the model is variable. Okay, clear? So here one thing is very clear. The expenditure of a mess is partially fixed, partially variable. First, the total expenditure is 1050. There are 5 students are there. 1200 when there are 8 students are there. Now the question is, how much is the average expenditure when 15 students are there? Clear? Now let's see. Let's say this is equation number 1. Let's say this is equation number 2. Equation 2 minus equation 1. What happened? 8b minus 5b. 3b is equal to 1200 minus 1000. How much here? 200. 200 minus 50. How much here? 150. So variable is equal to how much? 50 rupees. Now substitute b in any one equation. Now I am substituting this in equation 1. V is equal to 50 in equation 1. What happened? Let's see. 1050 is equal to fixed plus 5 into 50. 5 into 50, 250. So fixed is equal to 1050 minus 250. 50, 50. 200,000 minus 200. How much? 800. Now you know fixed, you know variable. My question is, what is the average expenditure when 15 students are there? Now very simple. What is a fixed? Fixed is 800 plus 15 into, what is a variable? Variable expenditure is 50 rupees. Now very simple. 800 plus 15 into 5. 75. Clear? 700 plus 800. 1300. Sorry, 1500. 7 plus 8. 15 plus 50. How much here? 0, 5, right? 8 plus 7. 1550 rupees. So like this, here the only thing is one thing. Expenditure is directly proportional to partially fixed, partially variable. This is a question based on direct proportion. Clear? Right. Now we'll see one more question, same like this. Now let's see the next question, variety 2, question number 2, concept variation in ratio and proportion. Same as discussed before. The question is, two candles of same light are lighten at the same time. They lighten at the same time. The first candle consumed 3 hours, the second is consumed 4 hours. Assuming that both the candles are burned at the same time. In how many hours after being lightened, then the ratio of first light and second light will become 3:4. Listen carefully. First I will explain the question with pictorially. See here, there are two candles are there. There are two candles are there. Of same height. How same height? I'll explain. This candle burned in 3 hours. This candle burned in 4 hours. The question is, after how many hours? After how many hours? It will be 3 parts. It will be 4 parts is consumed. That is the question. Clear or not? First, what we should do? The burning rate is constant. Means you should get the LCM. If you get balancing model, means you should get always LCM. What? Let's see. The height of a candle. The height of a candle is nothing but LCM of 3, 4. What it is? Let's say 12 meters. Let's say 12 meters. LCM is 12 meters. Then speed of first candle. Speed of first candle. First candle. Nothing but what? Distance by time. Speed is equal to distance is 12 meters divided by 3 hours. How much you are getting? 4 meters per hour. And second candle. Speed of second candle. Again same thing. Distance by time, it is taking 4 hours. How much you will get 3 meters per hour. The first candle burning is 4 meters per hour. The second candle burning is 3 meters per hour. My question is not this. After what time? After what time the ratio of their heights will become in the ratio 3:4? That is my question. After what time the ratio will become 3:4? First, the candle of height 12 meters. In that, how many meters? 4T is consumed. Again divided by 12 minus how much? 3T is consumed. T is the time that taken when the ratio will become 3:4. Clear or not? So this is a question. Once again I will explain. Listen carefully. The total height is 12. So 4 meters per hour is consumed. I need to take the time. How much time? The ratio will become 3:4. 12 minus 4T, 12 minus 3T. Why? Distance D is equal to speed into time. Speed is 4, time is 3. Speed is 3, time is 3. Clear? The total length is 12. Now, just cross multiplication. See here. 12 fours are 48 minus 4 fours are 16t is equal to 12 threes are 36 minus 3 threes are 9. So 1 is 16, turn that side. 16 minus 9, 7 t is equal to 48 minus 36. 48 minus 36, how much are 12. So t is equal to 12 by 7. How much will you get? 7 ones are 7, 5 by 7. Clear? So this is what the question he asked. Once again I will explain. Listen carefully. Two candles of same height. That's why I am taking same heights. One is burning at 3 hours. Another one is burning at 4 hours. After what time? After what time? The ratio of their heights is 3:4. First I need to find what their height. The height is nothing but LCM of times 3 and 4. What is the total height? The duplicate 12 meters. Then speed of first candle, distance by time 4 meters per hour. Speed of second candle, distance by time 3 meters per hour. Speed is equal to distance by time. Then what is the question? When the ratio will become 3:4? Total distance is 12. In that t is equal to, you know what? Speed is equal to distance by time. Clear or not? Distance d is equal to speed into time. That's what. Total distance minus 4 is a speed, time is t. The t I need to find. Again 12 minus 3 is a speed, time is t. Is equal to ratio 3 by 4. Then I am getting t value. Clear? Okay. We'll see one more question. Same like this. See the next question of same model. Two candles of same height. They are consumed 3 hours and 4 hours respectively. They burn at a constant speed. After how much time the ratio of their heights will be? 2:1. Same question. Now let's see here. Two candles are there. Two candles of same height. And this is candle number 1 and this is candle number 2 of same height. Of same height. Of same height. Clear? Of same height. The first one is taking 3 hours. The second one is taking 4 hours. Clear or not? After how much time? After how much time? It burned 2 and it burned 1 part. It is burning 2 parts and it is burning 1 part. Clear or not? And they are burning at a constant speed. Now listen carefully. Same question as previous. First what we do? Height of a candle. Height of a candle is how much? LCM of times. What is the time? 3 hours and 4 hours. What is LCM? It is 12 meters. Clear? This is height of a candle. Then what we should do next? Speed I need to find. What? Speed of first candle. Speed of first candle is equal to 12 divided by 3. How much? 4 meters per hour. Then same thing. Speed of second candle. Speed of second candle. How much it is? 12 divided by 4. It is 3 meters per hour. Clear? Then my question is, if the total length of a candle is 12, I know what speed is equal to distance by time, right? Distance d is equal to speed into time. Distance is 12 minus speed is 4, let the time is t. Again distance is 12, total distance. Speed is 3, again time is t. After how much? 12 minus 40, 12 minus 3t. Then the ratio will become, the first candle is burning at 2 parts, second candle burn at 1 part. Ratio is 3:2. Clear? Then just to do the cross multiplication, what will you get? 12 minus 40 is equal to 24 minus 60. Clear or not? Now, so turn this side. 6 minus 4, 2t. 24 minus 12, 12. That implies t is equal to 12 by 2. After 6 hours, they are burning at a constant speed of parts 2:1. Means first candle is burned 2 parts, second candle is burned only 1 part. Clear or not? That's why this candle taking 4 hours. The first candle burning 2 parts means it is burning fast. That's why it is taking less time, 3 hours. Here what we should do? The length is inversely proportional, directly proportional to time. If you are burning, inversely proportional to time. If you are burning 2 parts, taking less time. If you are taking more time, you are burning less distance, less length. Clear? So like this, all these type of questions we can do by using first one is height is LCM of times, then speeds after that. Clear? Right. We'll see last and final variation model type 3. See last model variation. A hound pursues a hare, takes 7 leaps for every 9 leaps of hare, but 3 leaps of hound equal to 4 leaps of hare. Compare the rates of the hound and hare. Here a hound is chasing a hare. The one and only thing we should get balanced means distance covered by the hound and hare is come by LCM, same as that of last question. So total distance is equal to, what is the total distance covered? Is LCM of 3 leaps of hound is equal to 4 leaps of hare. That's what LCM of 3, 4 is 12. Then speed of hound is equal to 12 divided by 3. How much? 4 meters per hour. Then speed of hare, how much? 12 divided by 4, how much? 3 meters per hour. Then this is, let's say, 12 meters and it is 4 meters per hour, and this is, let's say, 3 meters per hour. My question is, what? Compare the rates of the hound and hare. Rate means nothing but speed. Speed is equal to distance by time. That's what you are writing, 4 and 3. But what you know, the distance. Here hound pursues and a hare and it takes 7 leaps for every 9 leaps of hare. That's what distance of hound is equal to, what you know from distance, d is equal to speed into time. Clear or not? What is the speed you are having for a hound? 4 into. What is the time taking? It is taking 7 leaps. Leap means nothing but the time, span of time. 7 into 4, 28. Then distance of hare. How much? Distance d is equal to speed into time. Speed is how much? 3 into. How many leaps it is taking? 9. So 9 into 3, how much? 27. So therefore the ratio of hound is to hare is nothing but 28 is to 27. Clear? So like this we can do all these questions forever. Here first distance, total distance is LCM of equal 3 leaps of hound equal to 4 leaps of hare. That's what we do. That is 12 meters. Then speed of hound is equal to distance by time. Distance is 12 and it is taking 3 leaps for every hound equal to 4 leaps. That's why 12 by 3, 4 meters per hour. 12 by 4, 3 meters per hour. Then I need to find the original distance. Original distance is how much? Distance d is equal to speed into time. That's what I am doing. 4 into 7, 28. What is the logic? Alternate method I am doing. Alternate method. Very easy shortcut. Very easy shortcut. Listen carefully. Just I am writing hound and here. How much? 7 leaps of hound is equal to 9 leaps of hare. For every, take 7 leaps for every 9 leaps of hare. Then 3 leaps is equal to how much? 4 leaps. Just do the cross multiplication. 9 3s 27, 7 4s 28. Then write the ratio as reverse. 28 is to 27. That's enough. Once again I repeat. First 7 leaps of for every hound is equal to 9 leaps of hare. Then 3 leaps of hound is equal to 4 leaps of hare. Just cross multiply. 9 3s 27, 7 4s 28. Just reverse the ratio. You will get hound is to hare. So this is an alternate method you can use in your exam, and this is the exact model what is given in the question. Clear? Right. Now I'll give you one example model. You do yourself in your